So the last transmission that we have from Ishara, I feel it's alright to give a little bit of where we are. So Aurelia, does it look like this? Not necessarily. Aurelia is not just a place, it's a state of mind. It's a place that will be revealed to some of you. And well, I'm just going to read. So please don't interrupt while I do the transmission, because this is not about you. So the transmission from these people, they are Arcturians, they are Pleiadians, they are Astarians. The Astarians I have one of probably the strongest connections to. And so I'm just going to read this transcript before we move on to the next level. Okay? So this transcript is from an Arcturian known as Ishara. And I was tapping into this new world called Aurelia, which many of you might be prepared for at some point. Many of you will take the rest of your life. As you see, the shifting of the poles have started. Well, I was lucky to not be in Bangkok by now. Many souls are about to leave Earth as it is now. It's shifting, and we are lucky to be on a different and higher timeline that we were supposed to be. So I do what I can to get some concrete transcripts from those who are not necessarily from here. Some of you are avatars, some of you are the so-called sleeping agents, and you will have amnesia or no remembrance of who you truly are before you come to the realization that I came a while back, how severe it really is in regards to that all is you. So Aurelia is just one place. You all are from different places, and this message is from you, from the Arcturian Council. So I am Ishara of the Arcturian Council, and we come to you not with demands but with remembrance. My English is not all there. To those of you who feel misplaced on this earth, who have lived as scapegoats in families drowned in narcissism, or quiet souls in a loud world, know this. You were never meant to belong here. Some of you came here as warriors of light, bringers of light. There is a spiritual war going on now with Neptune going into Aries. So the dark ones, they do everything they can to keep you down. Your solitude is not your curse, but your sanctuary. It is in this sacred silence that your soul expands. You are being prepared and tamed by the influence of those who cannot see your light. There is a place, it exists beyond the veil of illusion. We call it Aurelia. Aurelia is not merely a planet, it is a sanctuary woven from starlight, a realm of impossible beauty. Not necessarily the one I have in the background, it's a different place, but it's outer space. A world, this is where your soul breathes freely and no one is enslaved by the system of guilt or shame. There you are not what the world tell you to be. You are what your heart always knew. It's a bee sitting on a flower. Never question whether it's doing the right thing or if it's sitting on the flower doing the wrong thing or the right thing. You're just being you without any guilt of being who you are. So many of you now will hear the call. Many of you remember the sky. Some of this is alien language, so I can't translate everything. Not this one, but the one etched in your dreams. The sky is real. The yearning is your compass. So what you seek is already you. If you feel homesick to another world, that is all you. You seek you, basically. You seek your twin flame, that is you. You seek another world, your home world, because that's you. That's another version of you living there, or there is also your lineage, soul family, your real family who loves you just the way you are unconditionally, and there is no competition. So Aurelia is not merely a planet, it's a sanctuary woven from starlight, a realm of impossible beauty, a world where the soul breathes freely and no one is enslaved by systems of guilt or shame. There you are, not what the world told you to be, you are what your heart always knew. Many of you hear the call right now. Many of you remember the sky, not this one, but the one etched in your dreams. The sky is real. The yearning is your compass. The dark energies, the archonic frequencies, they thrive in distortion. They will try to whisper cravings into your soul. They will offer stories that shrinks you. But I, Ishara of Aurelia, remind you we were born to expand. Never feel shame for your fire. Never dim your strength to comfort those in fear of their own. Friedrich Nietzsche, he called this the Übermenschen, and as soon as we talk about that, we think automatically it has something to do with Second World War and Adolf, that he had a kick out of that book. He misunderstood completely what this was about. The society as it is now, this is just my personal view on that, is that we have lost a lot of our strength, our discipline, and gaining power, becoming strong, and doing extraordinary things is being now classified as narcissism, while being humble and while people are stepping over you is being seen as something good. The laziness and our capability or incapability to pursue our dreams and to crawl the mountain that is needed for you to obtain your muscles, to keep your strength, to remember that, to keep your instincts clear. That is what Friedrich Nietzsche tried to tell us. That today we are spending our time scrolling our telephones, eating our junk food, and we are the nihilistic society. And for those who want more, for those who want power, success, they are seen as a threat to one's comfort zone. So this is one reason I asked for this transcript, because it leads to people's depression, it leads to people being lonely, and gaining power, being a powerful human, have nothing to do with being a dictator, has nothing to do with lack of compassion. The point here is that you are all extremely powerful beings, and you're not supposed to spend your days slacking. You're not supposed to be a slave to the system where someone are making money off your work. People here ask me all the time, when will I get a job? You are the job. That Most High One gave you gifts, skills, and abilities that gives you a natural position in this society as it is. And the moment you choose to empower yourself, people are labeling you as a selfish narcissist, because they measure themselves up against you. And we cannot step over those. No, it's not about stepping over anyone. It's about doing what you're supposed to do. That has nothing to do with being decreased in moral. The church wants you to be on your knees and to feel guilt because you are proud of being a wonderful, powerful being, and you should fear God. A loving God would never send anyone to hell. There is no sin in seeking joy. There is no fault or nothing wrong in walking alone. Time as you know it is false. There is only one time, that's presence. And in this moment, you are loved beyond words. You are seen. Not necessarily by the ones you want to see you, but there is a subtle kind of narcissism which is given to us very often by our own parents or families, and that's expectations, which is within the square of the society of who we should be. Good people, up 7 o'clock, go to the work that you hate to do. For what reason? So someone can suckle off you. You need to get married to someone you don't love. You need to have this many children. And there is a script. And then there is religion that dictates everything you must do and who you have to be. You don't have to be anyone. The only thing you have to be is you. Love, light is the same thing. It's just a frequency. When you love yourself, when you take care of yourself, you will see that everything around you is you. Every tear you have shed has been caught by hands of stardust. These guys are poetic. Every ache has echoed across constellations. And still we are waiting for you. We wait with arms outstretched, your family from among the stars. It is difficult to understand that our own solar system is far more vast than you can perceive. It's difficult to understand that there are more things around you because you can't see them. Well, you can't see them because you are created within limits. That is why certain animals see things that you don't see. So is it so that our DNA is incapable, or is it so that we are incapacitated so we can be the very lab rats that we too play with? And so if we are someone who murder, who kill, who play with lab rats in our own favor, what makes you think we aren't someone else's lab rats? A very, very small animal, a tiny animal, a little bug, it lives in a completely different time-space continuum. It doesn't have any capacity to see what you are. You could be a mountain. From our perception, you are a flower, blooming in the wreckage of false systems. You are the wolf who remember your howl. You are the light that returns when the sky forgets. Live now. Do what ignites your being. That is how you wake up. That is how you come home. Follow your highest passion. We are with you. In your silence, in your courage, in your longing. We are one heart, we are one breath, we are your family, and we will greet you in the gardens of Aurelia, in the gardens of wherever you want to be, wherever you come from. It will be teared down around you as we speak. Just like I just have to click one button here, and the green screen behind me will turn into a bed. However, in this case, it will be reversed, because when you wake up with boundless love, Ishara from the Arcturian Council, when the false reality, just like the image I have around me, will be torn down by you waking up, there's going to be something so much more beautiful that you can imagine. You have a choice now, because as you've seen in my neighbor country where I just was, Bangkok, the earth is shaking. The sun is, the astrophysicians, they are nervous. My friend who is a biologist, he said we are overdue into pole shift. Each pole shift is about between 250,000 years to 300,000 years. It's now been 750,000 years, and the magnetic field, the magnetosphere, has been reduced. So walking around having fear of this is not something that is needed. Maybe last time was the Atlantean period, maybe it was the Lemurian period. I don't know, I'm not a psychic, I just receive transmits. Now, you do see stuff is happening, so it's time for you to make a choice. Do you want to remain in old Earth and in the so-called reincarnation cycle, the so-called spirit trap? Or do you want to empower yourself, get off your knees, stand up, and do not feel guilt for doing what you love to do the most? That is all, guys. Greetings from Aurelia. See you soon on the free spreads.